Hey everyone, welcome back to Go Kick Me, your favorite crowdfunding news and reviews channel here on YouTube. So today we have a Kickstarter project called ShockStop, the ShockStop Seatpost to be specific. Add suspension to your bike, an adjustable stiffness suspension seat post that smooths out your ride, perfect for gravel, road, commuter, mountain, and e-bikes. Okay, this one has 19 days to go as of me recording this, so by the time I post it, it'll be about 2 weeks. They blew past their $20,000 goal. They're, on their way to 150,000 or more by the time this finishes, I'm sure. Lots and lots of backers. So what is it? It is a seat post that has a shock absorber in it. What is ShockStop? Suspension seat post that lets you ride further and faster and more comfortably on the bike you already own. So basically, you just swap out the seat post that you currently have. You can put your existing seat on this thing and put this in the post, and yeah, it works like this basically. So there's a spring inside of it. So this is a 4-bar linkage. Basically, this thing connects to this guy, connects to that guy, and this one. So that's the 4 bars, and basically that allows you to travel not up and down, but basically under an arc, and I guess it's like that. And supposedly it's 35 millimeters of travel, and it has the spring in the seat post itself, and so basically this link sort of pushes down on the spring, and you can adjust the spring preload by adjusting something on this end. So that's what it is. And why do I need one? Because it absorbs. This is the only reason you need to know, because otherwise these shocks would be going straight into your butt, which would be going to your spine, which would be going to your back, and that leads to basically uncomfortable riding and fatigue and sore backs. So, having that spring absorb some of that is pretty awesome, actually. And how do I know? Because I have something extremely similar to this, which they do talk about a little bit. Yeah, so here, anyway, this is what I was showing. So a bump. Oh, it stopped right there. Where's the bump? Here's the bump. Oh, ow! All the way up to my neck. And so I already explained all this. Oh, it looks nice. They actually talk about the competitors here. So, let's see. What makes it different from the other suspension seat posts? The short answer, a lot, according to them. So, this is a thud buster, and I have to, full disclosure, I have been using one of these things, not this particular version, but a thud buster of a different sort for going on, I don't know, it's going on 10 years, but maybe 8 or 9 years. And I fucking love it, and when I ride without it, I really miss it. And so I strenuously recommend thud busters to everybody who rides halfway seriously. I don't even ride seriously, but just having one for, even for bike paths and street riding, totally awesome. And so thud buster is, let's look at their little comparison thing. So here's, oops, not this one. Here's their side-by-side comparison. So they actually did an update just comparing several versions. So this is the Redshift ShockStop seat post, and these are the other ones available. And so they do a side-by-side comparison of Thudbuster versus this one, and basically they said, actually these are both very similar. This one is just sleeker. That's really the only thing they could say about it. I will be honest, this ShockStop is actually less expensive, I think, than most of the Thudbusters. And then the other main difference is this one has an elastomer, which means it has some damping and it kind of different. It's not a linear Hooke's law equation. This is a linear spring for the most part. So the kind of shock absorbing it gives you is a little bit different, but basically they're very similar. They both have similar amounts of travel, although this one says because there's no elastomer you get better travel. And then some other ones, this Body Float, the Suntour NCX, and this one by Specialized, which is pretty stiff. It's just kind of absorbs a little bit. And so they basically their point is that it's lighter than a lot of these things, and it's also, I guess, a better design. I guess of all these, it's definitely sleeker, except for maybe this one. This thing is pretty fugly, and some of these weigh like twice as much. So anyway, just in case you were wondering, this is the Thudbuster I have, which is the Thudbuster LT and the Thudbuster ST. These go for like 100, say 160 something. And then these are the elastomers that you put in here to absorb, and that's basically your spring. And then here's that NCX by Suntour, North America, and these ones go for, this is like Hong Kong dollars, so I think in US dollars it's basically like $130, 120 something. So these are definitely cheaper, although I don't know if it works as well. So anyway, let's go back to the Redshift ShockStop main page. They, basically all you do is screw it in where your seat post goes. It's good for folding bikes because it's got a nice long neck. And oh, by the way, they also, this is one of their previous things, they've made an shock absorbing stem as well. So this is for your handlebars, and so you can actually get them as a pair, and then you'll hypothetically have like a full suspension even if you have a no suspension bike. And so what do they charge? They charge $140 for the seat post or $250 for the seat post and the stem together. So that's actually pretty decent. That's cheaper than the online price for the Thudbuster, but not actually cheaper than this one. But hypothetically, they claim it's better. But then again, of course, remember this is a Kickstarter, not mail order, so you're helping to develop it. So don't expect to get just an awesome deal. And let's just skip ahead on who is Redshift. Redshift as a group has actually done 3 Kickstarter projects. This is their 3rd one. Here's the one that we're just talking about. Here's the previous one, which was that stem thing. And then in 2013, they actually made an adjustable seat post, which I guess you could switch one bike to ride. So something to switch your seat position. I didn't actually look at that one that close. But these guys all did really well. This one raised $88,000. And if you go to the updates, so it's supposed to be done in November 2015. Actually done in December. Okay, fulfillment has begun. So yeah, they basically were like a year late. So yeah, not awesome, but they did do it. Let's see. Let's double check. Pledge April. Okay, my fault. So it's supposed to be done in April. That was the give, just the pledge. So yeah, April. So they delivered in December. So it's 8 months late. Not too bad. Not the end of the world. I don't know if I really like this thing anyway, but not too bad. And then this one supposed to deliver in September 2013. When did they actually deliver? They claim they delivered in, I guess, March, as early as March. So September, March, that's like whatever, 3 months, 7 months late, 6 or 7 months late. Not great, but hey, they've learned. This is their 3rd one, and they actually did deliver, and they're still around in business. So that has to count for something, right? So anyway, if you go through and look at all their stuff, they have people, they have names, their video is actually pretty decent. Let me play the video. I actually skipped that. And they talk about, over the years we've taken numerous projects. So when is this one supposed to be done, by the way? November 2018. So at least they're giving themselves some time here. So that's what? That's another 7 months from now. So figure you might get it by early next year. Not the end of the world. But then again, you could buy this today for less money, and you could buy this one. And I can personally attest to the Thudbuster LT because I've been using it for years, and it really does hold up, and it totally does work. And even though it looks big compared to the other one, this one's slightly bigger, slightly smaller. It's totally fine. It doesn't even weigh that much. So anyway, let's play the video a little bit, and they just do some more demonstrations.
To get out and ride my bike. but the combination of rough roads and 16, we launched the ShockStop, but the front of the bike is only half the equation.
Yada, yada, yada.
That's why we're so excited to introduce the ShockStop Seatpost, a revolutionary short travel suspension seat post that will completely change your riding experience.
So I like this because basically they have like a GoPro mounted on the seat somewhere, and you can actually see in whatever bird's eye view version that this thing is really moving. So even without sitting on it, you can actually tell how much movement is being absorbed into this system.
No matter what kind of bike you ride.
Maybe you're out for an epic gravel adventure. Axe pass straight into your body, which leads to fatigue, pain, or even injury. We designed the ShockStop Seatpost to suspend your body and isolate you from the shocks and vibrations of the road.
Ouch!
We optimized the travel and suspension kinematics to provide a super plush, bottomless suspension feel. We designed the Seatpost to integrate seamlessly with the styling of modern bikes. You can change the spring rate and preload to match your specific riding style.
So the other thing I should note, those look like totally off-the-shelf springs, so you could probably buy your own springs and save a lot of money.
And it's compatible with all types of riding: gravel, e-bike, commuter,
to pedaling over rough surfaces. It reduces the accumulated effects of bumps and vibrations, allowing you to ride further, faster, and more transformed.
Riding with Redshift enthusiasm. We think this is our best product yet. And
Okay, so bottom line, I think this type of product totally awesome if you're even a casual biker who values your butt health, who doesn't like getting sore taints. I strongly recommend this thing. So this one seems to be the real deal. The company has some reputation. I guess the biggest issue is because it's not really revolutionary. Is it worth waiting 9 months or whatever, maybe a year before it actually gets delivered to get, save $30 off of a thud buster and get a slightly better, cooler looking design? I don't know. But that's not to say that there's anything wrong with these guys and their product. And again, you could also try this one if the money's really a big deal, because by the time you ship and all that, and another thing I should note, these guys have a 2-year warranty, which is pretty decent. But I think if you're getting it from the EU, you would have to pay, VAT tax and all that kind of stuff. And by the time you pay shipping, the price break or whatever that you're going to get off of this versus if you're buying one of these from your local bike shop, and this is already, had the VAT tax covered, in the price, might actually not make this a good deal, but that's up to you. If you live in the US, probably, $30 and wait a couple months, maybe not the end of the world. Just get a little bit cooler design. So I'm not going to give this one a thumbs down. I guess I'll give it a kind of a conditional thumbs up, just because it seems like they got all their shit together, even if I'm going to stick to my thud buster. So that's it for today. Did I get anything wrong? If you're from Redshift and you want to send me one so I can give it a personal review, please let me know in the comments section below. Also, if you would like to purchase this, there is a link below, and I think this one I'll actually do Kick Booster, so I get some commission if you guys actually buy it. So hook me up, and do check us out on Facebook and Twitter at GoKickMe, and see you guys next time. Oh, also, don't forget, GoKickMedia.com to sign up for our newsletter. Okay, bye.